What's poppin' bees? It's your boy, Human Male, and today we're going to be making a pad thai, also known as the number 10 large. Now this dish is the national dish of Thailand. It's very, very tasty and it's super easy to make, so we're going to run through it. Now we're just going to quickly run through the ingredients that you absolutely need to make the pad thai. We're actually going to be spicing it up a little bit and adding a couple of extra veggies just to make it a bit more healthy and even more interesting. But first we're just going to run through the stuff that you absolutely need for it to be a pad thai. Chicken. Anyone who says you can do a pad thai with just prawns is lying. Some spring onion and some bean sprouts. Now these veggies are the two that you absolutely have to have in your pad thai. An egg, noodles, obviously. Peanuts. Now we're actually going to be using quite a few garnishes for this one, but the essential one you have to have is peanuts. You need your pad thai sauce. Now, because I don't have the time and don't know how to do it, I didn't make my own pad thai sauce. This was a pre-bought one. It was Blue Dragon brand and it's very good. I definitely recommend getting the Blue Dragon pad thai kit. It looks like this, just because it includes the noodles, the peanuts and the pad thai sauce. So it's just some of the stuff that you really need to make it a pad thai, and then all the other stuff that you add in is stuff that you're likely to have just lying around your house. And lastly, of the essential ingredients is a bit of lime. Now on top of all the essential ingredients, we're also going to be adding some pak choi, chili and coriander. Side note, can y'all excuse the state of the chopping board? It's, you know, just, there's nothing wrong with it, just looks a bit grim. Chuck the noodles and the pak choi in a pot. Add a little bit of salt to taste. Add in the boiling water. Hold on. Put it down to low. And then just leave it to vibe for like 4 or 5 minutes. Now while you're waiting for the noodles, you can do a bit of light reading, or you could be more productive than that and find out more about what you're eating. So let's run through a couple of fun facts about the pad thai. The pad thai was created in 1930 when Thailand was experiencing a series of nationalism. Democracy was starting to take over and the Prime Minister decided to have a competition to create a new national dish, and the pad thai won that. So despite obviously being the national dish of Thailand and having, well, Thai in the name, the pad thai itself isn't actually a particularly Thai dish. The noodles are very similar to Vietnamese style noodles, and only a few of the ingredients are actually native to Thailand. In a 2011 poll, the pad thai was actually ranked the 5th tastiest food in the world, ranking higher than lasagna, gelato. And there's a good reason for this. Scientifically, the pad thai is designed to hit all 5 flavour notes. It's got elements of salt, elements of sweet, elements of sour, elements of bitter, and elements of spice, which all come together and trigger all main tasting points in a human, which is what makes it so tasty. Or you can chop up the onion, spring onion, a bit of the coriander, and chili. You don't need to chop the bean sprouts. You can if you want, but it's a bit pointless to be honest. Once your time's up, whack the hob off and drain. Now leave them to vibe until later. Now, wok on the hob. Woks get very hot very quick, so again, you only really need it on a low heat. A little bit of oil in, and just spread that around it. Just a note, a wok is obviously ideal, but you can use just a regular frying pan if you don't have one. Once your wok is smoking hot, we are ready to go. Add in the chicken. Season it once it's in the pan, put salt and pepper. Flip it over and same again. Salt. Now you want to keep moving your chicken over because you don't want it to get burnt on like one side. Obviously you want to be doing this with 2 hands, so you've got like a utensil in each hand, flipping it over. I have to film with 1 hand, but you get the gist. Now, just a little note, pad thai is quite versatile, so in terms of the proportions and ingredients, you can use whatever you want. You can have mostly veg and just a few bits of chicken, mostly chicken, just a few bits of veg. And same again, you can cook the chicken however you want. I'm feeling in a well done mood today, but if you want it medium rare or blue, then you can do that as well, just adjust accordingly. Now, after a little bit, when the chicken's all sealed, it's time to add the egg. Basically, you want to scramble the egg, so again, it's a lot easier to do with 2 hands as opposed to 1. You just really got to mix it around the pan. Once you've cracked it in, don't let it all fry in one place. You want nice little bits of egg all throughout. You might want to adjust the heat a little bit as well. Make sure to scrape the bits of egg down from the sides of the wok as well, just because that's all good. It's all lovely. We don't discriminate against where on the wok the egg was. It's all good egg. Once your egg's all scrambled, it should look something like this. And now it's time to add the rest of the veg. Bean sprouts, red onion, spring onion and coriander, spring onion and chilli. I chopped all of this together so it's completely mixed. Chuck the noodles and the pak choy in as well and give it all a nice mix. Once it's all mixed together, you want to add some of the peanuts. You only want to use about half of the overall peanuts that you're going to use because you want the rest basically as a garnish for it. So chuck a couple of them in there. And your pad thai sauce. And mix it all together. No, this is my food. Don't look at me like that. Once it looks something like this, all the sauce is mixed in with the noodles and the veg, you want to turn the hob off and grab your plate. Chuck it into your plate. I know I said plate, it's actually, well, a bowl in this case. And then using the same utensils you used before, just scrape what's left into your bowls. Now chuck on a sprinkle of the rest of the peanuts, a few sesame seeds, and a wedge of lime. And there you go, that is how you make a perfect pad thai. As I mentioned before, it's a very versatile recipe. You can add basically whatever veg you want. You can take away stuff you don't want. You can use tofu instead of chicken if you want to make it vegetarian, all that stuff. It's a really great dish and it's really simple to make once you've learned how to do it. And for the true number 10 large experience, don't forget to serve with a little bit of Coke. Definitely make sure the Coke is flat for the authentic experience. If it's not flat, it's not a number 10 large. Now that was delicious. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that it will inspire you to make some delicious and healthy food in these weird times. If you did enjoy it, then please like the video so that I know you enjoyed it, and feel free to subscribe if it does well. I might do some more cooking. You never know these days. I've been Human Male, and I will see you all later. Wok on the